Hello. Today is November 26th, 2021. Hope you are well. I almost said, I hope you're surviving because, man, you know, I know that over the years, I've tried to keep this, you know, I guess uplifting, something like that. But gee whiz, guys, this place is starting to get to me. And I know that for a lot of people out there, they feel the same way. A lot of you feel the same way. It's just, you know, I mean, it's really hard to to try to be optimistic, put your chin up, you know, because a lot of people are affected, including myself. We're all affected, not a lot. We're all affected because no man is an island. And I don't even know where to start here. There's just so much suffering. And then we start feeling like, well, there are people who suffer more than I do, so I should just swallow this down and, you know. And then we don't validate our own feelings. Or worse, we feel like ashamed that we have feelings. Or worse, that's pretty bad, but, you know, some folks get to the place where they turn the switch off. And it's like, psh, I don't want to feel. And then they just kind of move through this thing like robots with this protective wall shielding them all around from any feelings, positive, negative, whatever, and just trudging along through this thing. And then, you know, there are some of us, I'll put myself in that, I guess, that have feelings and allow my feelings to be without swallowing them down. But good luck finding somebody else who's where you are. I'm not saying they're not out there. It's just like it feels like they're few and far between to find other people who are still in touch with their feelings. Because that's, I don't know about the rest of the world, but in the West, we've just kind of been fed, swallow it down. Shit, man, everybody's got problems. Do what you have to do. And not for yourself. It's not do what you have to do so that you will be healthy and happy and safe. It's do what you have to do to continue to be a cog in the machine of this world, you know? And it's so true. It's so true. The judgment, man, God forbid we're not holding up our end of keeping this fucking machine going, which does not care about our happiness or our welfare at all. You know? Who gives a shit if you're suffering? You get out there, you work your ass off, you slap a smile on your face, and you just do what everybody's doing, which is not everybody, but it's a lot. Like I said, here in the West, you know, and they're proud. People wear it like a badge of honor that they're not in touch with their own inner feelings. I'm virtually a robot. Look at me. Following this agenda of what? You're going to die, and then what? You were just a fucking battery being used and pretending to be okay with it because long ago you learned how to shut the switch off and not feel anymore. That's not life. Part of life is feeling. It's and sometimes, I have a little bit of a pity party here for myself, and just say, God damn, for those of us who like to learn and read and at least try to gain some insight about the what's going on here and, how people function and why people do the things they do and how history has shown the way humans rule over each other. People who are interested in understanding somewhat those things, and we get to this place and we're just like almost sometimes I'm just like, I wish I didn't feel. I said, if there's such a thing as reincarnation, I better fucking come back as a rock or whatever has the least amount of consciousness of its own existence. That's what I want to be. I don't want to understand the intricacies of it like this. And it feels like a burden sometimes, is what I was going to say. Feeling. Either way, it feels like we're screwed. If you're feeling, if you're sensitive, not only to your own, but to just what's going on with your neighbors and your community and the world at large, it's a lot. And there's overload. It's overwhelming sometimes where it's just like too much. My fucking head is going to implode and explode at the same time. And then sometimes it's just like, God, no. Please bring me back as some object that doesn't have this. But then I think about, again, like we were saying, people who've shut it off. Like, would I really want to exist just kind of beep, bop, beep, bop, beep, bop, moving through it, basically being used, and then thrown in the garbage afterwards? Do I want to just be a machine? No. So either way, we're screwed in this place. It's just like, what's the place of being able to see what is and not to pacify oneself with ideas that have been handed down over the millennia, about ideas of what comes after this and spirit and soul and this and that. Like, how do we get to a place where we're like, okay, I don't know about any of that stuff. And this world is really, 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 really difficult to exist in. And sometimes I just want to lay down. All right? I'm saying it. How do we get to a place where it's like, no, I still can exist and not let it swallow me, the misery, all right? And yeah, there are people, it's just your perception. You have to, maybe you are just focusing too much on the not so great, quote, not so great. You mean the shitty aspects of this world. Maybe you just need to focus more on the good things. Yeah, okay, I do that. I can appreciate a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset, the birds chirping outside, the beauty of a flower, the laughter of a child. But guess what? There's another side to that coin. And people who are just like, no, I'm going to focus, i.e., only look at those things, well, then you're not existing in reality. That's what I say to those people. You want to tell somebody, oh, you're just focusing. It's just you. You want to think negative or this or that. It's like, no, it's not about wanting to think negative. It's about show me the whole freaking enchilada of what this place is. I don't want to lie to myself and tell myself fairy tales every night before I go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, tell myself another fairy tale. Oh, no, there are, 600,000 people on the planet who don't have clean water. Okay, well, don't think about it. So pretend it doesn't exist. Okay. And I'm not even going to open the can of worms of the injustice. You guys know what's going on. But as long as I acknowledge those things exist, I'm being negative. No, go get out of here. I want to understand how to exist, recognizing all of it and still exist. And that's where I'm at right now, guys. And that's where from when I go on, there's certain social media sites that I will go to because it seems like there is more support than trolling going on and people being nasty. And I go on and I see, guess what? I'm not the only one that feels this way. It feels like we're being squeezed and pulled at the same time and beaten and kicked and laughed at and then told, get up and serve the agenda. We can beat you up and spit in your face all we want, and at the end of the day, you get up and you serve us. Hell no. I'm not the only one that feels this way. It's getting to a lot of us, and there's no shame. And the people who've decided to turn off their feelings and try to make us feel like, well, you're just too sensitive. No, maybe you're not sensitive enough. You live in your own fairy tale world. As you can see, it's really starting to get to me now. Like, what the hell is going on? I just had to, sorry if this isn't encouraging or upbuilding or uplifting or, it doesn't have that feel good little thing about it, but it is what it is, folks. And we are where we are. We're not even mentioning in our personal lives the bullshit that a lot of us are having to endure in our personal lives. And it's just the same thing, just brought into our home. The same thing we described here, all of it. If you're dealing, some of us are dealing with people, some of us or some of you, people are dealing with, friends and family members, somebody in their lives that are really chipping away. And again, what do they tell us? Kick you in the face and say, hey, that was your fault. I kicked you in the face because it's your fault. I was justified. Now get up, go make me a sandwich. Like, what the fuck? So, but that's just a reflection of the totality of this place, bringing it home. And then there are some people, and for those people who've learned to turn it off, well, maybe it's a little bit easier, maybe, to get through that kind of stuff. Oh, this person has this and that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Other people have it worse. Whatever. Hey, I no judgment. But just all the way around, it's hard. And I'm just putting this out to say, hey, it's not just about me and what I'm going through. I'm recording this because to acknowledge, and validate that other people are going through it. And you should be feeling something. If you're not feeling something, I don't know, man. But if you're feeling like, man, I don't know how much longer I can do this shit. Well, guess what? You're not the only one. And that was the point of this recording. As always, we want to wish you so much love. Bye.